Hi everyone, and welcome to this mini mindful Pilates session. So today's session isn't really a standard Pilates practice. It's not going to be a high intensity session. It's not going to be a practice where we're looking at getting the heart rate up or getting particularly sweaty. It's just more going to be about taking a pause from the day, taking some time to concentrate on you and your body and how you're feeling. We're going to be doing some mindful movements, thinking about how these things feel for the body, and also taking some time to focus on the breath. So this might be a good session to try if you struggle particularly with mindfulness or meditation. Maybe you get a little bit fidgety or struggle to focus and just relax for that length of time. This one is going to be bringing a bit more movement into a mindfulness session, but still hopefully getting some of those benefits that you would still get, not only for the body but also for the brain. So it's just going to be about 10 minutes. You don't even necessarily need a mat for this one. You just need a little bit of space. You can lie on the floor, on the carpet, on a rug, even on your bed, if that feels a little bit more comfortable for you. So we're going to start off lying down on our backs. We're going to take a little bend in the knees, just to what feels comfortable for you. I'm just going to relax the hands on top of the belly, closing off the eyes here, just really getting comfortable. Maybe using any pillows, blocks, whatever's around you to really help you to fully relax and get comfortable into this position. And then we're going to bring our focus and attention to the breath as we take a deep inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. And repeating that again, inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. So repeating that breath again in your own time, just holding it for as long as feels comfortable for you, not worrying about the speed. And noticing here the rise and fall of the hands over your belly, as you just really focus on getting that depth of the breath right to the base of the lungs, right to the stomach. And then exhaling completely, breathing out everything before you breathe back in again. And just try to keep your focus and attention on the breath. Not getting too distracted by any other noise or movements or anything else that's going on around you in the room or the house or wherever you might be. And if you do notice your mind just wandering off, try to bring it back, bring your attention back to that breath, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. I'm going to take one more breath here and out. Before we bring our attention to the head, we're going to do a quick body scan just to notice how our body's feeling, notice any areas that might need our attention. Just thinking about lengthening through the back of that neck, relaxing all parts of the face, the jaw, the forehead, anywhere you might be holding any tension. And then moving down to the shoulders, think about melting those shoulder blades down into the ground or wherever you might be lying. Allowing those shoulders to fully relax and lengthening through the collarbones at the front. If we move down to that rib cage, make sure we're not flaring out through the base of the rib cage. You might want to move your hands to this area just to apply a bit of pressure and help us to relax. That might mean decreasing that arch through the lower part of the spine. Then working down to the glutes and the legs, making sure that you're not holding any tension here. Fully relaxing those legs, just giving them a wiggle from side to side, not clenching the buttocks or any of those muscles. And then bringing our attention down to the toes, spreading those toes wide, ensuring that the base of each toe is in contact with the ground. Fully relaxing those feet down. And then just checking back in with that breath again as we take an inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Good. We're going to make our way through a series of movements now. So starting off back with the head, I'm just going to roll the head over to the right side as far as it can go comfortably, and then slowly bring it back all the way over to the left side. So just rotating that head one way then the other. Keeping the eyes closed if that feels comfortable for you, or you might want to flicker those eyes open so the eyes can follow that movement across the room one way then the other. Just feeling every part of the movement, maybe noticing anywhere that feels a little bit uncomfortable, tight, sore. You might want to pause in any areas and hold that for a few seconds if it feels right. Ensuring that you are still breathing through these movements and not holding the breath, because that will help our bodies to fully relax and allow a little bit more movement. Good, and then slowly bringing your head back to the midline. You're going to lift the hands away from the belly now and draw both of the arms up, palms to face each other. Thumbs leading the way. We're going to inhale as we take those arms back over the head as far as we can go. And then exhale as we take 2 half circles all the way round towards the legs before bringing those arms back to that starting position. Inhale to lift those arms back. Exhale as we bring those arms round. Keep repeating that cycle again, just tying it in with your own breath. Keeping a steady speed, feeling each part of the movement to really stretch to release those arms overhead. Keeping those half circles a comfortable size for you. Good, let's just take one more. Circle those arms round and then come into place those arms at the side of the body. Just resting the palms down. Releasing and relaxing those shoulders, melting those shoulder blades back down to where we started. I'm going to move down to the pelvis and lower spine now and just take a couple of pelvic tilts. So firstly, arching through that lower back, flaring out through those ribs, drawing those vertebrae away from the ground, and then pushing that back down flat into the ground, bringing those ribs down. And just working in your own comfortable range of movement here. Again, just concentrating on how it feels for you and maybe holding any points that feel they need a little bit more time or a little bit more attention if you feel you've got any stiffness or discomfort there. Not worrying too much about how this movement looks, but focusing more on what it feels like. Bringing that focus back to the breath as we keep that movement going. Trying to maintain those deep inhales and full exhales. Okay, we're going to start to make that pelvic movement a little bit smaller now. Not speeding it up, just working through a smaller range of movement. Then smaller still, until you can barely feel any movement there and you're comfortable resting back in your starting position. Now we're going to rock both legs over to the left side, just as far as we feel going comfortably without lifting the upper body away from the mat. And then gently rocking them over to the right side. So upper body staying still. Movement's just coming from below the waist. Just like the window wipers of a car, slowly rocking the legs over to the left. Pausing and then over to the right. To bring in a little bit of stretch and movement into that lower spine. Again, bringing that focus back to the breath. Ensuring you're not holding the breath again. as you move through that gentle range. I'm going to take one more to each side. And then bring them back up to the center, back to that starting position. As we straighten out through both legs now, I'm going to lift the arms up overhead, making a nice long line, so reaching those fingertips away from the body, pointing those toes away from the body. Trying to keep that lower back pushed down into the ground so we're not arching through that spine too much. Deep inhale here. And full exhale. I'm going to take a sideways bend through the upper body now. So just drawing the arms and the head, the upper back over to the left side. Again, just as far as they can go comfortably. Pausing here as we take the legs over to the left side as well. Just crossing that right leg over the left, thinking about creating a banana shape here. A nice sideways bend, opening through the right side of the body, through the ribs. Pause and take a few deep breaths here, just really thinking about getting into the base of the lungs on the right side, opening through that right side of the body. Maybe shutting off the eyes again if you feel that you're getting distracted by your surroundings, just to help you to concentrate on the breath. And slowly aligning yourself back up, back to the center, uncrossing those legs. Then taking a sideways bend with the upper body over to the right now. Just as far as the arms and the body can go. Bringing the legs over to that right side, crossing the left leg over the right. As we take that banana curve on the opposite side. Again, pausing here, taking some deep breaths into the left side of the body. Trying to fill the base of that left lung with the breath, and then exhaling completely out before repeating again. Good. Let's just take 2 more breaths here. Final time. And slowly straightening back up, bringing yourself back into the center, uncrossing those legs. I'm going to draw both knees in towards the chest now, comfortably. Option to bring the arms around the legs as well, just to hug them in closer to the chest. Pushing that lower back down flat into the ground or the mat or the bed. An option just to take a gentle rock from side to side, massaging that lower spine and back down into the ground. Again, just thinking about how the body feels after those movements and stretches, or maybe thinking about any points of the body that you need to spend a little bit more time and focus on today to give the areas what they need, whether that's stretch or exercise, strength work, or maybe just a day off and a bit of relaxation time. Slowly uncaling back down, we're going to release those legs down to the ground. If the eyes are still shut, just flicker those eyes open, slowly adjusting back to the light and the surroundings in the room that you're in. Maybe pausing here for a little bit longer if you feel you need a little bit more time with the breath, with the breathing. But if you're ready, slowly bring yourself up to a seated position. And that brings us to the end of this mini Mindful Pilates session. Hopefully you enjoyed just taking that short 10-minute break from your day, having a movement, focusing inside and not letting yourself get too distracted by the stresses and the things that are going on around you. And this might be a good practice to come back to at any point in time when you feel that you need it, if you're having a bad day, if you're struggling with sleep or pain. this can be a good one to use. So let me know if you enjoyed it, let me know your thoughts on it, and hopefully I will see you again very soon. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks guys, bye.